आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
नमस्ते दोस्तों, अब हम इस क्वेश्चन में क्या देखते हैं? रीड द गिवन पैसेज एंड आंसर द क्वेश्चन गिवन बिलो। वी हैव टू रीड द पैसेज एंड आंसर द क्वेश्चन गिवन बिलो। तो मैं यहाँ पर एक पैसेज दिया गया है, हमें इसका राइट आंसर सुनाइए फ्रॉम द ऑप्शन गिवन बिलो, या हमें आंसर द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चन टाइप पूछा जा रहा है। लेट अस गेट इनटू द पैसेज। प्लास्टिक्स, chemicals and oil management pollutes and endanger marine ecosystems. Yet, cleaning up the ocean is rarely, if ever possible. The solution must therefore consist in reducing waste and other hazardous materials. For decades, waste and hazardous materials have been dumped into the ocean as a result of human activity. Covering more than two-thirds of the Earth's surface, the ocean is so vast that human carelessness seemed unlikely ever to affect it. But it is now a known fact that in addition to overfishing, warming caused by climate change, ever increasing maritime transport, and ocean acidification, pollution is a threat to marine organisms and their habitats. One of the key aiding factors to this is vast scale pollution in the dumping of plastic. By its sheer scale, plastic contamination symbolizes the human impact on the environment above all other forms of man-made pollution. Due to poor waste spills, it is estimated that every year 10 million tons of plastics are dumped into the sea, 80% of which comes from inland, mainly via rivers, from the coastal regions of the poles and from the ocean surface to the sea floor. No area of the ocean is free from this pollution. As a result, all the essential services provided by the ocean to the planet and to the humankind are likely to be seriously disrupted. The world's population depends to a large extent on the marine resources, not only for the food, but also for economic purposes, from the tourism to the transport of goods. The ocean is also vital to the climate since it absorbs 25% of the carbon dioxide emitted by the human activity into the atmosphere every year. Deep sea organisms also play a key role in the functioning of this biological carbon pump, where phytoplankton at the bottom of the marine food chain use carbon dioxide and transform it into organic matter, part of which sinks to the ocean floor. In the process, these microscopic algae and bacteria provide half of the oxygen produced on Earth. The whole food result in impacted from zooplanktons to whales. It points out like Paul Point of the Laboratory of Environment Marine Sciences. In addition to larger waste such as bags and bottles, which can cause the death of the animals by entanglement or interstitial obstruction when ingested, plastic pollution turns out to be particularly insidious, as it is made up of billions of particles, sometimes less than a few millimeter in diameter, produced by the decomposition of plastic caused by UV radiation and wave action. These microplastics, as they are known, are ingested by the all marine fauna, even the very smallest organisms, with a wide range of effects. Once swallowed, these pollutants can prevent animals from feeding normally, which affects their growth, reproduction, and immune defenses. We expose the oysters to microplastics in laboratory. These mollusks feed on microalgae by filtering the water, ingesting the plastic in the process. The presence of polymer means the shellfish have to devote more energy to filtration and therefore less to reproduction. As a chain, we observed a 40% drop in the hatching rate compared to the uncontaminated oysters. Paul Pont explains. More recently, scientists, including CNRS researchers, have also discovered that microplastics continue to break down into even smaller and nanometer-sized particles. They are able to cross cell membranes and may pose an even greater toxicity hazard. Although this field of research is still in its infancy, its findings are eagerly awaited. Ocean ecosystems are indeed not the only ones exposed to such pollution, since marine wildlife eventually ends up in our plates. This is the given passage. Here Which of the following sentence is true according to the passage? According to the given passage, which of the following sentence are true? तो ऑप्शन में से कौन से मैच करता है इसका क्वेश्चन? पहला ऑप्शन में even the very small organisms including all the marine fauna ingest the microplastics. दूसरा ऑप्शन में the marine organisms have developed ways in which they can ward off the harmful plastics. तीसरा ऑप्शन में every year half of the carbon dioxide emitted by the humans are absorbed by the ocean. चौथी option, recent reports show that the ocean floors have been infested with rapidly breeding oysters. Okay, let us take the option C first. Okay, what it is given here, every year half of the carbon dioxide emitted by the human or absorbed by the meaning, that is it is absorbed by the ocean. If you think option 3 is the right answer, you can think because it is already said there in the passage. लेकिन ये गलत है because it is said in the passage that only 25% of the carbon dioxide are emitted or absorbed by the ocean. But what it is given here, it is given half, which means adha. Okay, which is wrong. So the right answer for this question is, इस क्वेश्चन का राइट आंसर क्या है? इट इज ऑप्शन 1. Even the very small organisms, including all the marine fauna, ingest the microplastics. Passage पढ़ना पर we find the following line. These microplastics, as they are known, are ingested by all marine fauna, even the very smallest organisms, with wide range of effects. इस प्रकार उपरोक्त पंक्ति से स्पष्ट है that option 1 is the correct answer. So the right answer is ऑप्शन ये. शुक्रिया.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट, IIT, जेई मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा. आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर.